us money, Daddy.
What up? So D back with another one. And this is my review on the Microsoft Xbox headset. Now you see I got both of these headsets up there. And I got a couple of headsets, man. I have these. I have these right here. These Logitech joints. And I had a couple others that I have just, I didn't even make a video on, man. You know what I mean? Because they wasn't even worth it. These had the hype. And I'm sorry to say, bad news is that these ain't ready yet. You know what I mean? I love them. When they work, they work. They sound good. But as soon as it starts losing connection and everything, it doesn't even reattempt to try to establish a connection back to the Xbox. Alright? So that's the main thing. These right here, I've been rocking with them for years. These are the Rigs 600s, 800s, Rig 800s. Now these is the truth. I haven't had no problems with these. Let me not stunt. Sometimes they get a little staticky. You turn them off, turn back on, and they perfect. If this goes into where it's losing a connection or something is interfering, it will just recalculate itself and then it'll fix itself. People that have headsets have done that. Turtle Beaches, some of them, the high expensive ones, do that. But so far, those other Turtle Beaches I have, I don't even know where they at right now because, like, them drinks straka. But, you know what I mean? These right here, man, I had high hopes, man, and it's just not doing it. The sound is banging. The mic is banging, but the connection, like, what I'm gonna do with these things, you know what I mean? What, it was a stunt piece? Nah, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna try them in a different area. I mean, I tried them all at home and it didn't work. Still static connection, and again, it could be my lifestyle, it could be all my cell phones I have, my Wi-Fi, everything running through the house is like Wi-Fi. I have a mesh connection, so the Wi-Fi is through the whole house, and I have different things, you know, microwave and all that stuff, so I can see the connection being bothered. But why they don't happen to these? And these come with a dongle. So in my research, I feel like Xbox has a connection problem, period. Whatever connection, whatever transmitter and receiver for Bluetooth that they put inside the Xbox, it's trash. It's trash. And it's been like that from before. They said they was going to find a way to fix it. They never did it. Controllers disconnect and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I've been having, since back in the days, we're talking about the first VCR looking Xbox, controller disconnection, and they still haven't fixed that on the X, so the Series X. So I'm like, I don't know if it's that or if it's these headsets, but this headset worked fine. Everything I'm talking about, I'm right next to all my phones, the router, everything. These don't even go in and out. Like I said, if it does, you just turn it off, turn it back on, and sometimes it fixes it itself. It automatically fixes it. It'll keep cycling, I guess, the frequencies to find one that can work for it. But these Xbox joints, man, these Microsoft joints, man, these are doodle. You know what I mean? It has potential. And I don't know if an update could even fix that. I don't know what type of components they put in here, and that's, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna open this thing up. I'm not one of those dudes, so you know, somebody else will hook you up with that probably, but I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna package these things on up and I'm gonna send them right on back, because they was 100 and some change plus the insurance on them. You know what I mean? And they not working, man. So I don't know if y'all having the same type of experience. Again, maybe your house and your environment is different and is working flawless for you. But for those who know, who had problems before with previous headphones, that disconnection and so on, go get yourself the Rigs, man. I'm telling you, if you go find these things, I know they look ugly, you know what I mean? They look like some real alien looking thing, you know what I mean? I understand the way it's built. It's just like, and that could be why they have better connection too. I don't know, because this is all really plastic. They have a little metal band. If that's a little metal, no, I don't even think that's a metal band. Yeah, it's all plastic in here. But these things are the truth. Like, no problem. I'm serious, no problem. The range on them is long too. These, I walked out of my room to the kitchen. Them things like went out of, it just cut off. I go to the kitchen, I could go to my living room with these things and be chilling, and I could listen, because you know sometimes you waiting for the game to start, you gotta sit there and wait for people to come in. This thing right here, I could be in the living room chilling with my kids, and I could hear the game start, and I could, you know what I mean, jog back to the room real quick to start beasting. These things here, nah. The hype, they got me. I ain't gonna front. Usually I wait, you know what I mean, and see what the deal is before I even, you know what I mean, pull a trigger on things like, because these headphones now these days, man, it's a money grab, man, in my opinion. I think they trying to rape us, man. But that's just me. You know what I mean? This is the first Microsoft headset besides that, the small Bluetooth one we have for the 360. I was expecting something better. If they come out with an update, you know what I mean, I guess just look out for that. If they come out one, I'll put something in the description of the video. But these things are getting packaged and they going right back to the store. I'm tight, man. You know what I mean? I'm super duper tight over these things, man. Like, because I was expecting these things to be the truth. Now, connection out the way. Next thing, to your cell phone. OMG. All right, so the one thing I didn't like when it connects to the cell phone is if it doesn't sense the Xbox anymore, the headphones will just turn off, bro. All right, that's what's happened to me. Now, it could be defective. You know what? Let me take that back. I'm going to go get another pair. So I'm going to take these in, go get another pair and see what to do. But that's going to take a while anyway, because they sold out everywhere. You know what I mean? They sold out. But anyway, back to the phone connection. So it connects to the phone, and it was rocking for a while. I was changing tracks and everything. Xbox, I turned it off. So I just said, let me listen to music. Now, don't get me wrong. The sound quality is official. It's dope. For a headset, for this price, yeah, it's good. But yeah, the headset turned off. It just turned off, because I guess it wasn't sensing the Xbox no more. It just turned off. You know what I mean? Just disconnected from my phone, just turned itself off while music was playing. I ain't like that either. You know what I mean? Like, that tells me it might be a problem. You know what I mean? I had an update for when I first got it. Everything went flawless with that. But it seemed like it still has an issue. So they need to do something else, man. I don't know who be testing these things, man, honestly. Like, I'm really looking at and thinking in my head, like, who is testing these things, approving it to be ready and selling it to people? You know what I mean? Because I thought you're supposed to go through a test phase. This is starting to really feel like, you know what I mean, no one but wants to test anything anymore. These games that's coming out, vaccines that coming out, whatever it is, no one's trying to test it anymore. They're just trying to throw it at you. What happened to the good old days of science? You know what I mean? Before a product release, you know what I mean? I know I'm ranting, but it's just like, if you feel me on this, hit that like button, man, for real. It's like, it's enough is enough. Why nobody's testing these things? They shouldn't even drop these things. These are not ready. And I know I'm not the only one with the problem. And I know it's not just my environment, because these work. Whatever these people did, Microsoft with all them billions of dollars should have did the same thing. Shouldn't be no reason, man. That ass. It should not be a reason why these things are cutting in and out. And then not reconnecting itself on top of that. That's the main thing. Yeah, alright, you lost connection. But it should be searching and trying instead of turning itself off after it disconnects. Why is that headset doing that? It should be smart enough to know if the system's on or not. But again, like I said, it could be the Xbox. You know what I mean? Could be. Because I have controller problems too. Sometimes the controllers just disconnect. You know what I mean? And now the problems I've had before, I had, you know, 5 cell phones and mesh connection, wireless, and all that other stuff. That like I said, that's been happening since VCR Xbox. You know what I mean? But man, alright, so the next thing is, alright, when you're on your phone listening to music and playing games at the same time, or whatever, taking a phone call, whatever, the volume right here, you only could cut out the game chat. I mean, the game volume. But people still talking, you know what I mean? They not hearing your conversation, but they still, you know what I mean? You can hear them in the background. You just didn't have to go to the Xbox menu and lower the chat volume so you can hear. So if you got one of them loud ass dudes in your chat, you know, everybody got one that's constantly talking or playing some music, you know what I mean? Yeah, you try to have a conversation on these, is no bueno, man. You're just gonna have a hard time, and you're gonna have to start readjusting stuff. And if you're in the game already, bring up the Xbox Dash and all that. And that's another thing. They need to make some hotkeys or something, man. If I'm saying, some quick tap commands to get to certain things that you could program or whatever. Alright. Alright. Now, these rigs, like I said, I had them for a minute. And this is probably, I'm gonna throw out over 3 years probably. These things is old, and I'm waiting for them to drop something else. But look at the quality. Look how they held up. All right, and I rock these, sweat and everything. I rock these. You can see, you know, the cups, you know what I mean, a little wrinkle, whatever. But these things held up. All right, I even got a magnetic charger piece put in there, magnetic wire, so when I charge up, I don't have to keep going in and out the port. I was gonna do the same thing to these, but again, they put the charging port in a little awkward spot, so you can't really put something that's circular to fit it in that diameter. Again, man, the design, I just don't understand. You know, I just didn't understand. I mean, it looked official on the pictures and stuff, but again, I just didn't understand why they chose to do it the way they did. Now, hopefully, Microsoft, you know what I mean, they hear this, you know what I mean, and they see what's up, and they say, hey, maybe we need to fix a couple of things in the next headset, because the same thing what they did with the Elite controller. I mean, the number 2 one is official, but where they effed up at is that they didn't put the share button on there. So I think we're gonna get a, you know, Elite 3 soon, because they didn't put that share button on there, that extra button. You know what I mean? So I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. Them things are sold out too. I got 2 of them that's broken. I need to, you know, switch out with the insurance, but they sold out at Best Buy. Different story another time, whatever. But alright, so now we got the phone connections and all that. So the straight connection thing is just straka. It's like it ain't worth it, man. You know what I mean? It ain't worth it. Go get yourself some rigs and do that thing. Like I said, if it worked, it would have been, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? The little 5 seconds it works. You know, you hear the sound. The sound is beautiful. It's banging, it's booming. I was playing some Borderlands with the explosions everywhere. Man, the sound effects was official. But that's if you get the connection to stay stable for a while, and it's hard to do that. I don't understand why it's so hard for them to work that. It should have been a transmitter somewhere around here, antenna, whatever. I don't know. Again, I didn't break it down, and I'll wait for somebody else to do that and see exactly what's in here. But I'm pretty sure for $100, they didn't really make any heads turn. You know what I mean? And I think it's Bluetooth 5.1 or 5.0 or something like that. But still, you know what I mean? It's just, this thing ain't working right, man. You know what I mean? It ain't working right. And on top of that, you know what I mean? A lot of the headsets that I have, they do have a little, you know, connection issues and stuff like that. And like I said, it could be my area, but these work fine. So I have my computer joints, these Logitech joints. No, this is Corsair. These are Corsair joints, and these work fine. These are for my computer. I do Bluetooth through this with a dongle, and that works fine. So I don't know if it's the dongle piece that helps out with the connection and so forth, but if that's the case, man, still, Microsoft, I don't know what you was thinking, though. If I'm saying, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. That disconnection problem with the controller and the headset, I feel like that's really the main thing. So I really can't blame it on the headset design, but I'm blaming it on headset design too, because I feel like it should have been a little bit better. And I would have paid more. I don't know about y'all, but I would have paid more. You feel what I'm saying? These, when it first came out, I think there was like $150. You know what I mean? These was 100. Again, the whole design is ugly, but I would say these things work. And they good volume, and they good sound. You know what I mean? It's a little more lower than this one, I would say, and that's to be honest, but the sound is good enough. You know what I mean? I'm able to hear pins drop and, you know, people walking behind me. So, again, these work. Why these don't? And these come with a dongle. And the dongle is sitting right next to the Xbox. You know what I mean? Right there. So, I mean, it's a lot going on here. And I know it's like I'm rambling, but this is just how I feel about it. Again, I'll probably update it if things change. If there's another update come out before, you know, I can buy another one, because these are going back, bro. These are out of here, man. You know what I mean? I got to see, get another set and see what happens. But these are out of here. Now, the other thing is, I didn't really have too many problems using the regular controller for the Xbox. And that's another thing, too. I just want to point that out for connection-wise. I didn't have no problems. That controller hasn't disconnected. I had any problems. When I use the Elite, that's when I have those problems. So, again, it'll vary by person. But if you understand what I'm talking about, you know what I mean, yo, let me know. But, yeah, man. I'm going to try these also on a couple of other different computers and see how it reacts and responds. And like I said, it might not be the headset. But I'm not going to sit here and hold these things until, you know, Microsoft fixes that issue. And they still haven't fixed that issue. That's been an issue since VCR. All right, we in a whole new generation, and they using the same components. I know they are. I know they are, because we having the same problems in a new generation. So that means whatever Xbox was turned in, they got them back, they pull some parts out of it, and that's cool. But again, that should have been fixed. You know what I mean? And I don't even think it's a software issue. I think it's a hardware issue. But that's just my opinion off based my research and my knowledge. If somebody else got a different opinion, chime in on the comments and, you know what I mean, let me know. You know what I mean? Not give me knowledge. I love to learn. Each one teach one. You hear me, Captain? So, yeah. So that's about it that I could think of. As far as charging goes, I try to keep working with it and kept playing with it. Even though it kept going in and out on me, I just kept restarting it and restarting it. And so the battery life, I would say, is decent. I didn't really pull any big gains out of it. I had to, one time, I kept playing around with it for about, I'm gonna say about 2 hours and some change, and then it wouldn't turn back on at all. And I had to charge it, and that's how I got it turned back on. So I'm guessing the battery died, but again, that's at a full charge. And I'm not trying to say it's only 2 hours. It could have been me turning it on and off because it kept turning itself off and trying to reconnect and everything else like that back to the system. So I'm guessing in that search mode, because I had problems with that too. You know, you hold it and you're trying to get it reconnected back to the system in the search mode, and it wouldn't do that. The dope things about this, though, I do like the fact that the power button, you can press that and it turn the system on. So if you got your system set up to, like, you know, when it turns on, it turns the TV to the right HDMI output, and then after it you know what I mean, does all that fancy stuff for you. I mean, that's official. So you could just grab a headset, turn on the Xbox console, which is pretty dope. Now, is it needed? No. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're going to grab your controller before you know what I mean, turn on your system with your headset. I mean, it's a convenience thing. That's pretty dope, yeah. But if that could have saved it from acting the way it's acting, then they shouldn't have done that. But again, I don't know if that's what it is. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. And again, I always tell people, try it. You feel what I'm saying? You could go buy something, you got 14 days, most places, and you can bring that thing right on back. You know what I mean? I always advise people, go to Best Buy, get it, get the insurance, because Best Buy insurance is hands down the best insurance in the game. They don't even ask you that many questions. As long as your serial number's right and everything is gooch, they swap that thing right on out. They don't even play no games with it. You know what I mean? I've been to places where they do just like, oh, when did you buy it? I'm showing them the receipt, and they be like, oh, I got his check now. You know what I mean? And all this other throw around. They have a whole bunch of them there, but they don't want to give you another one. They rather just give you some store credit or refund your money. They don't want to give you another product. You know, it's some, yeah, I've been through some stuff. But anyway, just heads up with that. That's the sound. Turn on your system through here. and being able to Bluetooth to your phone was the main buys for me. And yo, it falls short. You know what I mean? It falls short. If this could turn on the system, you know what I mean? Or shoot, just let me put on my phone to this and this would be official. But it's not worth all that. You know what I mean? Because there's other ways you can try to hook things up if you want your headset to have your phone installed too. I mean, there's plenty of ways to go around it. You know what I mean? But this is not what's up, man. For Hundo, you know what I mean? This is not what's up, man. You know what I mean? It could have been better. But I do like the design. You know what I mean? And that was a plus. You know, this design is nothing new. It comes from the other Microsoft Surface headphones and stuff like that. So it ain't nothing new. If you look at design, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? So I think really what they did was probably took some old ass parts, threw them in here, and just colored it up. You know, don't get me wrong. It did take some innovation to it. I'm not saying that they took, you know, parts from different things and put together. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the internals, all right? Because a lot of times internals are recycled if you didn't know. Sometimes even in your Apple products, you know, your Samsung products, all that stuff is recycled. That's why they have recycled programs. They take certain things out of it and then put it into their new devices. You know what I mean? So if that thing was malfunctioning, then when you sent it back, let's just say you had a headset and you sent it back because it wasn't connecting right, they just took those parts out and just threw it in something else. You don't believe me? Look it up. You feel what I'm saying? Look it up. Some people are going to sit there and argue, no, but I'm telling you, look it up. Anyway, I'm making this video too long. I just wanted to let y'all know that, man, because it was a real fail. And it'd be like 2 weeks right now. You know what I mean? So it didn't make the cut. You know what I mean? Go get yourself, if you want some quality headset, it's kind of ugly. You feel what I'm saying? But do the job. Go get the rigs, man. You know what I mean? The rigs, these are the truth, man. These are the truth. Go get these. But other than that, I'm gonna leave it like that. Please like and subscribe. If you got anything to say to the boy, hit me in the comments and let me know what's good. You know what I mean? Never shy. I try to respond as much as possible. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Easy.